is Trump has waged war against the media, and he is beginning to take the first steps to authoritarianism and to the completion of his coup. Now, before we get into what's happening, I need y'all to understand that when a coup takes place, the first thing that happens is the military is seized. They've already seized the military. Unfortunately, I don't like it. You may not like it, but he's the commander in chief. Now, when a coup happens, after you get control of the military, you immediately get control of the media, because if you got control of the military and the media, you could take and do anything that you want to do from there, because you have the force to enforce your message and your rules, and then you have a way now to get it out. So here's what's happening. Trump's FCC has been targeting CBS for news distortion. And Trump sued CBS for billions, yes, billions with a B. I believe it was north of $10 billion. After a heavily edited interview with former Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. He's threatening CBS's broadcasting license, and with him threatening their broadcasting license, y'all, he's setting the precedents for taking full control over the media. But let me stop right there. Not only is he setting the precedents for this, but CBS not backing down and allowing him to do this by coming to an agreement and coming to a settlement. What they are doing is they are putting business and ratings first. And yes, they're in last place in the ratings game among the big three networks, but they're putting business first because right now they are afraid that Trump and his FCC won't allow their merger of their parent company. I'm sorry, not merger, but the acquisition of their parent company, Viacom, because Viacom is in the middle of getting purchased by a bigger conglomerate. They won't allow the bigger conglomerate the ability to take acquisition of Viacom. And they will thus not allowing the sale to go through. So CBS is at fault too by playing business and playing politics too. But straight up, from Trump's perspectives, this is straight up authoritarianism. It's like what Putin does in Russia. Yes, I just invoked Vladimir Putin. Kin folks, we need to learn from history. We need to understand that dictators always go after the media second. I just told you, they take the military and then they take the media. Military, media. I told y'all how this works at the top. Let's look at it. Nazi Germany. Hitler, he destroyed independent newspapers. Russia, Putin shut down opposition TV. And he jailed journalists. China, Jinping banned foreign news reporters and foreign journalists and foreign media outlets. And he censored the media there. And I'm telling you, this is all setting the stage for Trump to have MAGA-controlled media. And the real danger here is if Trump can scare mainstream media outlets into submission, independent voices are next. Independent voices are next. We saw this happen with St. Clair media. We saw it happen with One America News Network. We saw it happen with Fox News, turning into these state propaganda outlets. MAGA, all they really want to do is they want to destroy the credibility of the news, and they want to be able to put out their own false misinformation. Or better yet, let me rewind. Let's rewind. They want to be able to replace it with their own version of the truth. Not lies. It's just their version of the truth. Or, as I used to tell my mom when I was younger and I was trying to get out of something, Mom, I just told you what you needed to know. I just didn't tell you everything, so ergo, it's not a lie. They want to put out lies, y'all. Independent black media, outlets like mine, outlets like Ken, outlets like Roland's, outlets like Blavity, outlets like the Tim Black Show, the Benjamin Dixon Show, the Black Press Network. They're going to be the next target. And so what we must do is we must begin to protect ourselves now. And we must protect ourselves now by being willing to fight back. And to say, we will not stand for this. So, Ken Film, one last thing before we go charging out into this war for 2026. I want you to know that if Trump and Elon aren't stopped, that this republic as we know it is going to be over in 2026. If you didn't get anything else out of this stream tonight, if you didn't get anything else from me here on the Night Beat Breakdown, I hope you took away the 2026 blueprint. And the blueprint that I laid out is that we must take back. And we're going to take back. No excuses, the Senate and the House. We must build our own media outlets and our own social media infrastructures like Fanbase, like Ken, and like Ken Plus to fight disinformation. We must put economic pressure on companies funding Trump's agenda. And we must organize and mobilize, because you can't mobilize without organizing, and you can't organize without mobilizing, like we did so much so in 2020 in the middle of a pandemic when people were dying like cats and dogs because his ass didn't want to shut down the government. His ass didn't want to believe that we were in a pandemic in the middle of a crisis, a health crisis like we hadn't seen in a century and we hadn't seen in a generation. We got to organize. We got to mobilize like we did back then. We got to mobilize and organize like our ancestors did during the civil rights movement. But not only do we got to mobilize and organize, we got to do it on a whole different level like they ain't seen yet. And the only way and one of the ways we begin doing that is by coming here to outlets like this every night, making sure you're on our media, on our email list, making sure you are members and you are supporting financially.
Stay up, counting all the way up, counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up.